I gotta do this, and I'll do my real work.
All right, cool.
Seal Master, PaySafe, Firestone, Honda.
Hello and welcome to Humans of Racing, where we provide you with a virtual paddock pass to meet the people behind the scenes of motorsports. If this is your first time watching, be sure to like and subscribe to our videos so that you can be sure to catch all the future videos that we produce. In today's video, we're going to get to know Craig Hampson, who is the race engineer for Sebastian Bourdais at Dale Coyne Racing with Vassar and Sullivan. Before we get started, are there other humans that you want to see featured on our channel? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll do our best to make it happen. So with that said, let's get started.
Craig, thanks for taking the time, man. So we should just note that we're filming this on race day in Phoenix. You guys just won the pole yesterday. Congratulations. How do you feel about that?
Surprised. No, I mean, it was a really pleasant surprise. Great for the team. I think really special for Sebastian to have a pole on an oval after his accident at Indianapolis last year. But did I think we were a contender for pole? No, I did not.
Awesome. So what is your official job title and description of what you do?
I am the race engineer for the number 18 car with Dale Coyne Racing, Vassar, and Sullivan.
Okay. And what are some of your responsibilities as a race engineer for someone that's not into racing?
Well, at Dale Coyne Racing, because we have so few people, your responsibilities fall under the umbrella of almost everything.
Yeah.
I do take the garbage out at times.
Yeah.
However, typical race engineer means I'm responsible for the setup of the car. That means all the settings in terms of ride heights, cambers, tire pressures, aerodynamics, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I work with the mechanics to make sure that setup is on the car, make decisions in terms of changes to the setup during practice and for each session. Preparation ahead of the race in terms of reports and then analysis of data and decisions. What could we have done better after the event? I'm kind of the chief head shrinker for the driver. I talk to him, see what he is thinking about the car, and then try and implement to make him as comfortable as possible.
Okay. And speaking of the driver, you've in your career worked with a lot of really famous names. Can you just kind of name drop some of the people that you worked with in the past?
Name drop. Okay, so part of this means I'm really old. First driver I worked with was Nigel Mansell, and at the same time on the team was Mario Andretti. Then we had Michael Andretti, was on his car, and we had Paul Tracy. Then we had Christian Fittipaldi. Then Cristiano D'Amata came. Then he went to Formula One, and Christian went off to NASCAR. So then we had Bruno Junqueira and Sebastian Bourdais. We gave Graham Rahal his start. I was James Hinchcliffe's race engineer twice, his rookie year, and then the year he had his first win. Yeah, a lot. I engineered Kurt Busch at the Indy 500
That's
one
a
year.
Big deal. Yeah. Very cool. So many fans that follow what I do, they said you got to talk to Craig Hampson. Why do you think there's so much interest with you in particular?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the fans do appreciate that I try to relay some of the elements of our sport back to the fans. I am fully aware that without the fans, we don't have a sport. Sponsors only give us money because people tune in to watch the cars or read the stuff on the web, watch the videos. So it's important to have as big a fan count as possible, and passionate fans are an important part of that. I was a fan once. I just want to try and keep them all engaged as much as possible.
Yeah. I talked to Jeremy Millis a few weeks ago, and he mentioned that one of the people that he looked up to, of course in a macho way, was you in his career. So how do you feel about that?
Well, Jeremy's a really good race engineer. Obviously did a great job with Joseph Newgarden, doing a great job with Rossi. I think he's helped the program at Andretti. Clearly since his arrival there, they've stepped up. So that's nice of him. Again, makes me feel old. Didn't think I'm that much older than Jeremy. But yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay. And then as a kid, what was your ambition growing up? Was it to be in racing or was it something else?
Not racing, no. Always sort of a mechanical engineering kind of thing. But I think I wanted to design like airplanes or fighter jets or spaceships, something like that. But then you come to the realization that the say, the defense industry and working at NASA, not quite what they used to be.
Yeah.
And then when you get your driver's license, life changes a little.
Yeah.
And my dad was always a car guy, so I was always exposed to stuff like that.
So what caused the transition from that dream to now where you are today?
I went to the University of Maryland. At University of Maryland and at a lot of good engineering schools, there's a program called the Society of Automotive Engineers. It's a club. You know them as like SAE 10W40 Motor Oil,
Right.
but SAE stands for Society of Automotive Engineers, and so student chapter. And they have some really neat programs where basically as part of this club, you design and you build race cars and you compete against other colleges. So I first did that at Maryland as part of the solar car team. I had the opportunity to be part of driving that all the way across the United States, and then we did well enough we got sent to Australia and competed in Australia. So I drove clean across the desert continent of Australia with the solar car, and then moved from that to the Formula SAE team, which is a little open wheel autocross car powered by a motorcycle engine and pretty frighteningly fast. And I said, this is more fun than just going to regular class. I wonder if I could do this as a profession.
That's cool. Have you ever held a 9-to-5 job, a normal everyday?
I have never held a normal 9-to-5 job. So I started working at Newman Haas straight out of graduate school. Didn't actually finish my graduate degree because they offered me a job. Probably not finishing my graduate degree was a dumb move, if I'm honest. I mean, life has worked out okay, but I really do wish I had my master's degree. But no, never held a normal 9-to-5 job.
I'm sure you have enough life perspective to know the hours you work, the schedule you work is kind of crazy. Why do you guys all do it?
Well, you start out young and passionate. You love the sport. You probably would have been willing to do it for free because you wanted to be part of it. You love the Indy 500, or you love the races, or you liked watching it on TV, or you just thought the cars were the neatest thing, high-tech thing out there. It's a really awesome job for a young single guy. But then you get older, you get a little more tired. I got married, then I had kids. And now it's really hard. I will not sugarcoat it. Finding the balance between work and home life is not possible. You end up feeling like you're doing a bad job of both, really. You're not putting in as many hours as the team needs you to do to make the car as fast as you need it to be. And then you're away from your family just way too much. I don't see the kids in the morning before I leave for work. Stay some nights at the hotel by the shop, away for a lot of races and tests. Miss a huge number of weekends. I love my kids very much, and I feel like I'm not a good enough dad because I'm not around. And gotta give a good shout out to my wife Ellen, because she really has to carry like 98% of the load at home. It's not terribly fair to her, but this is who I am and what I do, I guess.
Yeah, God bless them. What do you want your legacy in racing to be when you're finished?
Oh, I suppose people like to talk about race wins or championships or whatever, but kind of once you have those, I don't know, it's not really about that. I guess just at the end, if the people that I worked with, teammates or drivers, if they said, he turned out to be an okay guy and I was glad I got to work with him, then, that's good enough.
Very cool. Craig, it's hot. I'll let you get going.
All right, I got work to do. Yeah,
I
absolutely. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
We hope you enjoyed this video with Craig Hampson. And remember, if there's a human you want to see featured, be sure to leave a comment below so we can get that taken care of for you. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon.